Unimaginable grief when family members learn that a body found in Saugus is likely the body of missing Woburn mother Sherell Pringle.
Forty-year-old Sherell Pringle, known as Rel by friends and family, is described by her son as a strong, independent woman and a dream chaser. She spent the day with her mother before going out on a date that Saturday evening with a man she had been dating for months. Saturday night came and went with no word from Sherell. As family and friends began to worry, they reached out to NBC 10 Boston Monday morning, saying she'd been missing since Saturday night after going on a date with 44-year-old Bruce Maiden. They were last seen together at a Boston nightclub around 1:30 a.m. and left before the club closed. Bruce informed her family that he dropped her off at her home on Sunday around 3:30 a.m. However, her 19-year-old son, who lives at the home, said that did not take place and that he was home the entire evening and morning. Sherell's mother had not heard from her since Saturday, as well as her brother and son. All of their calls and texts had gone unanswered. Sherell would not go a day without talking to her mother, as they were very close and spoke regularly throughout the day. Outside of posting a missing flyer of Sherell to his Facebook page, Bruce offered the family very little to no help in regards to her whereabouts.
It's been pure hell. It's been pure hell. I'm a mother, that's my child. I feel like my heart has been ripped out, okay? I don't know what's going on. I feel like the police should be doing much, much more.
Pearl Garner losing sleep since Saturday.
The other night it was so cold, I'm sitting there wondering, is my child cold? Is she cold? What coat does she have on?
Family and friends put the 40-year-old's face on flyers all over.
And I'm just feeling empty inside. I need my mom. I want her back immediately.
I'm scared. It's been too many days that's passing, okay? I haven't heard anything. I'm going to say, I don't know if she's living.
Refusing to wait for help from police, whom the family says were not moving fast enough, they eventually tracked Sherell's phone and traced it to a marshy area where they also located her purse and then her body several feet in the brush.
Moments after speaking with us, the phone rang. Relatives found Sherell. The rest of the family rushed to the scene where police soon took over. Family members say they were trying to connect the dots from where Sherell's phone was found in Lynn, pulling over near the Rumney Marsh on the way, discovering her purse and then her body alongside Route 107 in Saugus.
And I just don't understand how somebody would take somebody's child. Who gives them the right?
I love my mom to death, man. Now she's gone because it is.
19-year-old Jemani Larione is without a mother. He tells me family found 40-year-old Sherell Pringle's body in the bushes this morning along Route 107 in Saugus along the Rumney Marsh Reservation.
We did everything ourselves. You think the police found her? We found her.
Family and friends began looking for Pringle Tuesday morning.
Started a plan last night to go search, and that's what we did because we wasn't waiting for police. Police take too long.
Pringle, photographed here with her mother and son, didn't return home from a date Saturday night. Pringle's brother found her phone in Lynn. Friends then backtracked the route from the phone's location, leading them to the Rumney Marsh.
Seen a purse on the side of the road, and then they just came back around and basically started walking and just
digging through the woods.
They found.
Loved ones pled for help from employees at a neighboring business.
When he did call 911, they said they had found a dead body.
Family friends who say they found Pringle's body say they're not pleased with the initial investigation.
We kept reaching out to them, the family, friends. They wasn't, following up on any tips or anything that we gave them. So
all aspects. That's what made us go searching, because we wasn't hearing nothing back from them. They wasn't saying anything to us.
Tuesday, the Essex District Attorney's Office confirming the discovery, saying no arrests have been made, but that foul play is suspected. Pringle's son, Jemani, told police his mom was out with a man living in Lynn that she'd been dating for several months.
These men out here, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. You gotta protect us, not hurt us. You're supposed to love us, not kill us.
I should have checked with my mom. You good? Are you sure? This is the right one? You sure?
He hasn't even called me. not to say one thing. So I'm feeling like he has something to do with it.
Investigators say foul play is suspected in Pringle's death, but they are not talking about possible suspects in the case as devastated family and friends push for answers.
I love you, and you would never, ever, 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 ever be forgotten. You will never be forgotten. Justice is going to be served, too.
Her family was outraged that they were able to locate her body before investigators were able to do so, and felt that not enough was done during the first 48 hours after her disappearance. Initially, police claimed to have no leads in the case, despite the family's pleas to investigate her boyfriend, whom she was last seen with. Even after her body was located, Bruce still failed to call the family to at least show some sign of grief or offer his condolences.
Everything ties back to he was the last person with her. If you're the last person with somebody that's missing, you should be the first one to help, the first one to the police, the first one everything. But this guy don't want to be in contact with nobody. That's a sign right there.
I should have checked with my mom. You good? Are you sure? This is the right one? You sure?
He hasn't even called me, not to say one thing. So I'm feeling like he has something to do with it.
Investigators say foul play is suspected in Pringle's death, but they are not talking about possible suspects in the case as devastated family and friends push for answers.
I love you, and you would never, ever, 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 ever be forgotten. You will never be forgotten. Justice is going to be served, too.
Almost a week after going missing, police arrested Sherell's boyfriend, 44-year-old Bruce Maiden, on charges including larceny over $1,200, tampering with evidence, and obstruction of justice. According to a Facebook post, Bruce torched the vehicle that him and Sherell were traveling in on the evening of their date in order to conceal possible evidence.
She's gone before Christmas. Leaving her family, man. What are you talking about?
The family of a woman found dead in a Saugus marsh screamed at her boyfriend today after a brief court hearing which provided them with no answers. Sherell Pringle went on a date with her boyfriend Saturday night but never came home. She was found dead days later, this past Tuesday. WBZ's Lisa Gresci is live in Lynn tonight. Lisa, you were in the courtroom and you learned that boyfriend Bruce Maben is not charged with murder.
Anna Riddis, he is not facing that charge. And as for Sherell Pringle's family and friends, they showed up here to Lynn District Court in full force, and the tension in the courtroom wasn't just felt, it was heard.
Quiet. Justice for Sherell Pringle. That's who we need to be saving. Never mind him. She's gone before Christmas.
Pringle's boyfriend, 44-year-old Bruce Maben, stepping out in court.
Commonwealth versus Bruce Maben.
Coming face to face with dozens of Pringle's family members.
Let's bring him up. No, none of that.
A moment defense attorney John Morris was trying to prevent.
Because of the identification process. The government doesn't have much to go on.
While the DA's office says foul play is suspected in this case,
He's not charged with a homicide, I'll tell you that.
Maben is charged with larceny, tampering with evidence, and obstruction. At least a dozen police officers and detectives lined the courtroom walls.
We found her, and we want justice.
Sherell Pringle's family consoling one another outside of court. Outraged relatives had to be the ones to discover Pringle's body alongside Route 107 in Saugus Tuesday.
I love my sister. I miss my sister. I want her back. But we found her. Not that we did.
What we want to say is that we found her, not the police.
As for Maben, a man the family is convinced knows exactly what happened to Sherell.
He did the wrong thing and is wrong. Before the holidays, if he did that to your family, wouldn't you want him to pay?
He is innocent until proven guilty.
He did not kill his girlfriend. He's denying that.
Maben is due back here in court on Tuesday for a dangerousness hearing. As for Sherell Pringle's death, that is still under investigation.
Following her passing, Sherell's mother posted the following. On December 18th, 2021, my daughter Sherell woke up to her son Jamani, just like any other day, not knowing this would be her last time seeing her only son. And as a mother, I would have never fathomed that would also be the last time I would spend precious time with my baby. Sherell and I were extremely close, and our mother-daughter bond will remain unbreakable. December 20th, 2021 was a dreadful and painful day for us all. It was the day we found her. I never could have imagined losing my baby girl. As a teenager with the support of family and friends, Jemani will now have to navigate this world without Sherell. I am mourning as a mother, and I am also mourning as a grandmother. With God's strength, my responsibility to my only daughter and my grandson is to do whatever I can to guide and support him through this senseless tragedy. Jemani will require a great deal of love and support during this time moving forward. Financially, Sherell was the sole provider for her family, and with her tragic passing, I understand the reality of what difficulties will come along with financially supporting my grandson and the associated costs as we plan to lay Sherell to rest. During our time of mourning, we are grateful for your support, love, and prayers. May God continue to bless you and your loved ones.
As loved ones are left to grieve,
She means everything, and she will never, ever, ever, ever be forgotten.
Jemani issuing this message to young men in a similar situation.
As a son, and you got a mom and she got a boyfriend, please check up on your moms. Check up on your moms. Now look, I should have did that.